get that done, buddy. I don't know. Still over there. Oh no, not now, you dumb thing. That's not supposed to be there. Welcome. I did everything wrong again. Hey, but that's Buck. Welcome to the bait shop, guys. Hey, had beautiful weather here in Pennsylvania yesterday, and we got to take advantage of that. So I do apologize for postponing last night's stream, but Buck was out there. You know, Wheezy Mouse ain't gonna. I'm gonna end up divorced if I don't get that deck around her pool. I mean, it's already been a year. I promised her last year that would get done. Fishing plan had gotten in the way of that. Well, there's no. She's not gonna have any of that this year. That's ain't gonna happen. So Buck's been hard at work. I can't move. My arms hurt. My legs hurt. Oh, but we have so much to talk about tonight. Yeah, who's in the house tonight? Well, we got Mad Dog in the house tonight. Welcome aboard. We got Octaron in the house tonight. Howdy, fella. How are you? Hope all is well with you and the family. We got a lot to talk about, and of course, everybody knows the update. Huh? Okay, Buck, do you have that there? Oh. Oh, look at that. It actually worked. Yeah. Update this Friday. Ah, Micah. Micah's in the house. Very good. We've been waiting on it, folks, and it's here. It's coming. I know they ain't going to back out. Not at this point, or they wouldn't have stuck their foot in their mouth and put this out. However, what I read into this, and this is good news for us guys that play this game. Normally, in the gaming world, any software deployment world, the more time you can get, the better your product ultimately becomes before it goes into production. So, being developers, testers, integrators, what it takes to build a company to put this kind of product out, you want as much as you can. And, and they were delivering these dev diaries once a month. We were okay, so we just got the last one a couple days ago. We're figuring, okay, that would give them another 30 days to polish ends up. They were already ready to go when they pumped out that last dev diary. These guys are confident in what they built for us. That gives me a good fuzzy feeling. So the problem is I'm not going to get to see it on Friday, as Mike has mentioned here. PC and PlayStation on Xbox coming soon. Right. So, unfortunately, I can't see the map on Steam, so that ain't going to work for me. I'm not high enough level. So, I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait for it to get, which is going to kill me. But we're going to do what we got to do. That's how it is. So we're going to talk a little bit about this update. We're going to talk. Everybody knows if you read the dev diaries, you see what you got out there. Okay, let's get that off of there, Buck. We can get rid of that. Okay, that looks good. Now let's talk a little bit. What's next in line here? The weapons that I saw that they gave us in the dev diaries. Now, we got two new manufacturers here. We've got Surahito, and we've got Fletch and Bradford. And of course, these are all made up stuff. I don't even know why they trademark them. What's that all supposed to mean? Like we're supposed to believe that's a real company? Try to look them up on the internet. Any company that's in this game, they don't make nothing. Anyway, these are our new manufacturers. They only give out. It's probably going to be like every other thing in the game. They're probably going to make a line, two to three sticks in each match or bottom rod. Now we got new rods. We got trolling rods now that we're going to have in the game. So have that. We still got our casting rods. We got our bottom rods. We got our spinning rods. And what I saw, basically, I don't know what they gave us there in the dev diaries. I saw stuff right around 152-pound spinning rod, 69 kilograms there. Maximum lure weight 3.95 grams or 112 grams on them. And then we had a couple of bottom rods they showed us, 74 kilo, 92 kilo, which would be 168 to 102 pounds. So kind of small for big fish, but seeing how you're in the ocean on a boat, and we normally, as long as we're in a boat and fishing planet here, their math, their algorithms, you can normally catch, triple or quadruple your weight of your rig. I mean, we're using 80-pound sticks and we're catching, 400-pound arapaima, 300-pound arapaima. We're catching 400-pound shark on 82-pound gear or 97. So the ratio's there. I can see where that works. I wouldn't want to try to land one of these big guys with one of these sticks, but we don't know. Are they showing us the top end gear or the middle end gear? We don't know. We have to wait till it comes out. So, U.S. mobile players are last. Yeah. Older they go by. Yeah. Are we fishing today? Well, of course we're fishing today. Goes by the PlayStation, Xbox, and mobile. All right. Yes, we're going to fish tonight. We'll talk about that after we're done with this. So the sticks that I'm seeing in there, I don't know whether that's top end, middle end, what they're showing us, but we'll have to wait. I think there's probably going to be two or three sticks in each category, so they're going to add them for each manufacturer. So we'll probably have a good 10, 15 more sticks involved in here. But I'm interested in the new trolling, and they only showed us one trolling rod, which was the what was it? I wrote it down here. Something the Reef Rider Max. Now that was 155 centimeter, which is 5'1" inch, 155 centimeters, 5'1". It's really short. So that's definitely a trolling, something off the back end of a boat. But it's 163 pounder, 74 kilogram, holds 7 ounce on your lure weight. So that's that's a pretty heavy deal there. So we'll see how that goes. So what do you got here, Buck? Oh, we need to throw this up. You don't have that working, do you? Yeah, that works. All right. You don't have that all geared. So it's actually the picture slideshow. Is that it? Yeah, that's the one we want. Let me throw this up for you. Now, we got a lot of new lures. This is what I wanted to talk about. We'll have to see on the weapons, but they gave us a good dose of the different type of lures that we're going to get. So we're going to get plugs. We're going to get what they call pilker, bucktails, trolling octopus, squid jigs, and squid chains. Now, if you look up at what I got rolling there, we'll talk a little bit about these as they pop up here. I want to talk about, basically, I hope I get one to pop up. There was a plug right there, the plug. It looks to me like that was a trophy or the X series plug right there. But the plugs, now these are good. These are going to be your trolling gear, fellas, folks. So you're going to troll for the tuna, the marlin, the mahi-mahi, the wahoo. That's what those plugs are good for. And then you've got your pilkers. I'm hoping that pops up soon. That's another plug. Where's the? Oh, come on, guy, give me a pilker here. That's that. Now that right there is your squid chains. All right. So let's talk about the squid chains since it was up. All right. Now squid chains, great for tuna, marlin, mahi-mahi. Now the way these guys work is they put a bunch of squid in series on monofilament about 2 to 3 meters apart. The last one's hooked up. It's got a hook. So he's the live one. These fish come, it looks like a bunch of squid swimming together. They come and they're going to hit, you never have to be faster than the bear. You just have to be faster than your buddy. So the last guy in line's always going to get eaten. So that's why they hook them up with the hook on the ass end there, and that's how that works for those squid guys. All right, now that's how the squid chains work. What's that? Now there's a bucktail. Right there, bucktail. Now bucktails are similar to, you bass fishermen would know these if you don't fish for tuna and stuff like that. The bucktail's similar to what we call football jig, the bass jig, the big heavy-weighted, fat-weighted bass jig with the nice synthetic tail on it. It's not a standard bass jig the way they normally are. But it's called a football jig for you guys that know. This is similar to that, these bucktails, only except the head's not as wide and broad as we use in bass fishing. It's a little more narrower. And these guys are for casting and jigging, um, trolling. You can even use them when you're trolling. So remember that when you guys finally get here and you're going to run this stuff. You know, you troll the mahi, the striped bass hit off of these guys, the snook, anything in the surface layer is this lure will work for. So that should work really good for you. Okay, what was the other one that's up here? Did I ever get a pilker to come up here? Let's see if we can find the pilker here. Nope. Now there we go. We'll take this guy, the purple and black. Now that's your octopus. That's your trolling octopus. You use these guys for tuna, marlin, mahi, wahoo. Good for that. Where is this? Oh, there they are. There's the pilkers right there. Now these guys here, these are for your casting vertical jigging. Now the way they work is there's two little barbless fins on the ass end of these guys, and when the squid wrap them with their tentacles, it gets caught up. Now, if you read their dev diaries, and I will back that 100%, when you fish with that type of lure, tension. I mean, if you think you miss a lot of fish in Fishing Planet like the Taiman because of tension, I can only imagine it's going to get worse with this type, because this is the type of fish that tension is. If you let up, like we can. You see when I'm, fishing with buck, and you see how that thing goes clear all the way down to blue with them tame, where it lightens up like you got no tension here, buck, and we managed to still keep them on with barbless hooks. I can only imagine, because if they get this true to form, if you're fishing for squid like that, and that tension goes clear down to where you got no blue anymore, you're gonna lose that squid on these lures. Pretty sure you'll lose them every time, but we'll see when we get there. So there's the pilker there. What else do we want to talk about now? Oh, there's another one there. They come a little elongated, a little fat body. Now these pilkers come with either a single hook on the front. Now there's the squid jig right there. Now again, that's the trolling one there. Let's talk a little bit about the live baits that we're getting with this. Live baits. What did you do with it, Buck? I know you had your loads here. There they are. Japanese flying squid we're going to get. The jack mackerel we're going to get. The anchovy. Right now, all of those fish right there, they're great for the tunas, the marlin, the mackerels, bonitas. They didn't even mention bonita in the thing, but bonita's part of the deal. Bonita is a great fish. It's a type of tuna. The yellowtail and the trevallies. Okay. Now, your spiny lobsters, that's going to be your go-to bait for that giant grouper. I'm sure of that. Gutted fish and fish stripes. That's basically our cut bait that we're going to be able to craft, I guess, on the boat. I hope so. I hope we can craft this on the boat. So that's going to be good for your snappers, your trevallies, your amberjacks. And they're also going to hit on the gutted fish, too. So you have a combination there. It seems like, I don't know if they gave us all the new baits or not. Don't know until we get it, right? Don't know till we get it. We'll see. What other notes did you have on the new stuff? Here's one thing that I am very excited about, and I hope that they put it across the rest of the bottom rods in the game. Now, they finally have given us the option to open and close our bail when we want. I don't know how it's going to work. Hopefully it's going to just be a button like everything else. I always talk about the fact that fishing in deep water in Fishing Planet is not really cool because physics comes into play. You have a point of fulcrum. You throw your line out a certain distance and it drops in the water. Now the bail closes. No more line can go out. So that bait is not going to take gravity's natural way and sink straight to the bottom, it's going to come back to the boat. And if you don't, if you don't have it in reverse gear on your bottom rods and when you throw out into deep water, and as soon as it hits the water, you start pedaling backwards as fast as you can, so it doesn't come to that point. Because this game works on physics. The minute that line gets tight, that bait's coming back towards your boat. Now, this new thing that they got, now we can throw out there with an open bail. Now, no fulcrum point. The bait should, if it works right, the bait should drop straight down. Now, a bottom rod should be like a match rod. When you mark something that you caught on a bottom rod, that's where you caught it, straight down from there. Because if you have your bail open till you get to the depth that you want, now, of course, at this point, you're going to, if you're not fishing the bottom with bottom rods, it don't matter. Once you close the bail, you created the fulcrum. And if you're not on the bottom, it's coming back to the boat. It's coming straight back to the rod tip, and it's going to hang straight down. That's gravity. So keep that in mind. But you have the option now. Do they propagate that back to the rest of our bottom rods? So, we got real bottom rods that work the right way, where we have access to the bail? I hope so. If they're going to put it on these, they should propagate it back, because that was one thing Fishing Planet was missing, was, you don't have an option to leave your bail open when you cast. And that's a very, very important thing in fishing. You don't want to create that fulcrum to where your line has to start coming back towards you immediately when you cast. That's not cool, because you're not going to, in other words, if you want to hit a hole out there that's 40 feet deep, you got to throw it another 80 feet past that hole in order for it to drop down in that hole. It becomes difficult in this game to hit the holes. All right. Well, I think that's enough about the new update. We talked about everything there. We're getting it on Friday. For you guys that are on, I guess, what is it? PlayStation? Come on, help me out here, guys. PlayStation gets it first. Let me read the notes here. Xbox coming soon. Order they go. They have an order they go by. Yeah, and Xbox is always last. Well, I guess now the mobile guys are last. Goes by PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Well, you can't say PC, and I do Xbox, but I don't have an Xbox. I play on a PC. So Xbox to me is PC. So is Steam is PC. I guess platform wise, you have to think buck platform. All right. When are they going to get rid of all these platforms? We should all just be able to play. I don't understand this whole gaming world. I'm trying to understand it. It drives me crazy. All right. We got 10 minutes to talk about where we're going. All right, Buck. You better get her up there. That'll work, but that ain't sitting there right now, is it? There we are. All right, guys. Tonight, fishing with Buck. We're going to the Congo. And there's a reason I picked the Congo. Get that out of the way. There we are. The new map's coming out. Ain't no way to get to Japan without going through Africa. So, I thought, I haven't done a whole lot of fishing with Buck down in Africa. I thought that I'd head down that way, because there's going to be a lot of people that end up there real soon. Maybe show you some of the spots that I know of that kind of might make it a little easier for you to get through the missions, that kind of stuff. So I figured that's why we're going. So we're going down there. That's where we're headed to. There's our mission fish. Now, I think we can finally switch that over where this will all work now, Buck. A lot of fish. 17 in total. 52 different fish to catch. Now, one thing nice about Congo, a lot of money. Every fish in the Congo has the three. Has the common, trophy, and uni. Every fish. The now perch adds the young to it. So you got a lot of fish for just 17 different species. And they range from the small guys all the way up to the infamous now perch, the 400-pound now perch. So we're going to be down there. A lot of people are going to be there for a long time, I would imagine, trying to get through the 70s and 80s to get up to 83 or whatever. I think it's going to be 83 from what I understand that they're bringing it out with. So I know I'm going to be down there for a while. That's that's where I'm going to level up until they get it to my platform, and hopefully there'll be a nice DLC that'll get me there, and I'll be able to get the three the three level ups that I need on the ocean. But I'm going to hang out in the Congo for the next week until we get it on Xbox. So with that, let's talk about these fish. I mean, there's big fish, there's little fish. We'll talk a little bit about them. As you can see from the fish that are scrolling by. Are they scrolling by or not? Okay, yeah, they are. We got a lot of fish in there. Um, your tiger fish are in there. Uh, big cats. They got big cats down there. So you got your African sharptooth, Kamba, the Vundu, right? And if you're gonna hunt with those for those guys, 4/0 to 10/0 hooks, fellas, for that. African big eye and the giraffe cats are in there. Okay, that's 1/0 to 5/0 for those guys. Um, aggressive game fish they got down there. Your African pike, 4/0 to 8/0 for that little guy. Um, your tiger fish, again, for and these all these game fish for now your African where is it? The African pike. You're down into the 4/0 range. That's where you want to be. But your tiger fish, you got your Goliath tiger fish, African tiger fish. Those are big guys. All right, so you want to be up in that 6, 7, 8/0 range if you're going hunting them. You got the Nile perch in this waterway. Big guys, 5/0 to 11/0. Definitely, that's where you want to be hunting them at. What else we got there? The other fish got there. You got some really cool fish. Like you got the purple and red nose labios. Um, those are pretty cool. The Nile and banded tilapia, as far as these are your panfish go. And if you're going to hunt for these guys, you want number 6 to 4/0 max for that set that I just did. Now you have the elephant fish and the bulldog fish. Going to hunt for them. Number 8 to number 1. Number 4 works real well for those two guys right there. And you got the Congo yellowfish, great fish to hunt. The fight's really good. The yellowfish, crickets. Remember crickets for that. Well, to me, Congo isn't crickets. I'm going to tell you that all these panfish will just kill on the crickets. That's all you need to bring, really. I mean, but all the other stuff's there. But I go with crickets. They all hit them. And then we got the Cornish jack. Now, the Cornish jack, kind of a schooling nighttime fish. You get a lot of schooling in the night. You can catch them in the daytime, but you're better off at night for these guys. If you catch a lot of them, great, good fight. Catch them in a lot of ways. Spinning rods, bottom rods, with these Cornish jacks. 3/0 hooks to 6/0 hooks, whether you're using spinning gear or bottom rods. Works real well there. Like I said, your lures for these fish that we're hunting, poppers, shads, flat spoons, your jerk baits, swim baits, walkers, casting spoons, work for the Cornish jacks. What else? Oh, little grubs. One thing that's nice here, if you like ultralight fishing, a lot of these smaller fish, that I call panfish, under 10 pounds, grubs, worms, and the larvas. Hook up a small offset with one of these guys and just fish it with an ultralight. Have a lot of fun. A lot of fun there. And there's so many places to fish in the Congo. When we get down there. I'm going to start off the show tonight. We're going to start fishing. I'm going to show everybody where you can catch. We're going to go to one spot. I'll show you, and you can catch everything for mission 1 right in one spot. It's a good place to fish, but it's in the hanging bridges area. So we'll go down there and take a look at that. A lot of good places. From hanging bridges, you can get to a lot of big fish. It's a little bit of walking, but that's how I never take a boat when I first get to the new waterways. When I first got to the Congo, I just spawned in and I walked everywhere I could walk and fished everything. That's how I figured where the fish are. And after I spend 3 or 4 days walking around everywhere, then we'll get in the boat and once we have some markers up there to see how it goes. So we're going to play around with that. We're going to start off in the hanging bridges. Then for the last hour of the show tonight, we'll go ahead and head off after some of the big cats, the tigerfish, and the perch. I thought we'd, at least that'll give you a balance off it and take care of the first couple of missions. I would say just hanging bridges area. That'll take care of everything. But you don't want to forget about it. I want to kind of show you guys. So we'll bounce around a lot because there's a great place to fish. Also, I want to give you time. I want to try to point that out to you in, what is it called? The Forgotten City, the Sunken City, or something like that. But there's a really good spot to fish over there. So I'll try to show us that tonight. We'll see how we do. How's your boy? You fishing on Xbox or Steam tonight? Xbox tonight, buddy. Xbox, Congo. That's where we're at. I saw that you've been in the Congo for the last couple of days, so you're getting ready for the new map, aren't you? All right, AJ. Well, maybe you can fish with me tonight. I don't know how many people are going to make it down to the Congo tonight. I imagine Mike will be there. He can get there. Where are we at? We got 4 minutes left. Oh, Buck, you did very good. Well, let's talk about our weapons then. Now, I'm already down there. That's why we haven't had that stupid Fishing Planet music going in the background. So, let me fire Fishing Planet up here and we'll go over the weapons. I didn't want to eat up, half an hour here would be, oh my. That's 2 hours of fishing time. So, let's get this fired up, Buck. We'll go over the gear that I brought. I plan on being here for a while. So I brought sticks to take care of that situation. We're going to hunt a lot of little fish tonight, but after fishing with Buck, I don't plan on fishing for little fish anymore. So I kind of, my system's a little off balance. I'm geared up more towards heavy fishing tonight for this trip, and but we'll go over it real quick. I got a couple of minutes. Hopefully, I can get through it all. All right, let's go to inventory real fast. Normally I bring a OmniFloat. This is a little bigger river, bigger water. So my little guy here is going to be the Nero. Nero with a Bremer 4000 on it, and I run 12-pound. That's on a 13-pound gear and it's 12.5. So that's just nice small for these little guys. So you need a float rod for the little guys. You need a bottom rod for the little guys. Now, I chose this one here. This bottom rod. Oh, we got to move over there. Buck, you didn't swap over. There we go. Uh-oh. That's a mess. Let's turn the Acer off. There we go. All right, now, for my small bottom rod, I chose this feeder. Get to a Buck. Where's the feeder? There they are. And you could go with the all-around, the Flagman all-around 1210, 11-pounder, 11-pound Inspira MLR 3000. I chose the Advanced Edition. It's 11-pound. Still the 4 2/7 ounce, and it's only got a 10.5-pound reel on it. But I went with it because of the fact the recovery on the reel was 32 inches versus the Inspira, which was at 27.5. Now, the Fruitcake was the next thing in line, a 13-pound gear, but I thought that was a little bit too heavy. So that's why I chose this guy. He's the one I had in the 11-pound range. Now, here's where we would make a difference. Now I brought the Now Chaser. This is my heavy spinner. Right? So I would definitely bring this if you're coming here. You want that. You want a match rod. Heavy match rod. We got a light match rod. Okay, so we got the heavy match rod, the Equator Match, H6. Now I brought 3 bottom rods. Okay, they're all McConzies. My 3 bottom rods, because that's I'm gonna, I fight these guys from land a lot, so I can deal with it. If you're in a boat, it don't matter. You only can handle one at a time, one rod at a time anyway. And if you're using that Draco boat, I suggest you don't. just for the sheer fact that you got two rods out in the water, one in your hand, and one goes off. The other two rods are useless anyway, and your trolling motor don't work. So what good is that? I don't get it. If you're in a hole, you know where they're at. You only need one rod in your hand, and then you can fight the fish. So unless you're gonna, like I do, fish for these big guys from land, you don't need three bottom rods, and you don't need the Draco boat coming here. It's a foolish mistake. Don't make it. All right. So normally what I would do is I'd bring like two bottom rods, get rid of this lightweight bottom rod, and I would get a mid-range spinning rod to come down here. I would, as far as the spinning rods go, folks, probably your best deal would be a Zeus. Okay, one of the Zeuses that we have in the game, there's a ton of them in there, five or six different Zeuses that you can get. The A10, you want the 46 pounder. That's going to put you right in the middle of everything. Now, it's a little bit heavy, especially if you have a now chaser that will handle most of your heavy work. If you do have, and that's what I would have brought. If you happen to have the Golden Fortune pack or whatever it was, it's a St. Patty's Day DLC that they delivered to you a lucky spin and a lucky reel. It's a 28.5-pound setup. That's perfect. That's what I would bring, because we don't have anything as far as spinning gear goes in the game. You got your Zeus's, which get you at like 42, 44, 46. Okay, that's your Zeus. And the next one down is the Lokis, and that's 23, 24, and 26, I think 25, 26 pounds. So we have nothing in the 30-pound range in the game. However, that lucky, the one that comes in the St. Patty's Day, it's a 28.6, comes with it's well-balanced, 28.6 line. So there's your 30-pound stick, which is it's a unique one in the game, and it's very, very versatile, very useful. I use it a lot. I take that stick with me a lot. All right. Now, what else did we need to talk about here? I think we got all the sticks, and we're 2 minutes overboard. We got our baits. We didn't talk about baits. All right. Real quick, guys. Here, let's pop back over here. Put your baits on. All right, guys, baits. Large minnows, shiners, bloodworms, your Cadus larva, small tilapia, all these fish on small minnows. I find that your freshwater, my hot baits that I make sure I always have with me down there, freshwater prawns. Great for the big eye and the giraffe. Catfish that can be a little bit finicky to catch. Freshwater prawns for those guys. Freshwater prawns works pretty good on the Cornish jacks too. So that's something you want to keep a hold of. Crickets. Do I have that crickets even running in there? I might not. I might have forgot to put crickets in there, but they're so important. Crickets for all these panfish. Okay. Your small minnows are going to get you the African pike and the Cornish jacks. Large minnows, now perch, your Camba, your Vundu, sharptooth. You can get with them. Dead Lambari. Dead Lambari is a big one too. Really good. Fresh crab and crawfish for the now perch. If you're running large minnows, you're going to pick up a lot, especially if you fish in the hole that we're going to fish, my hole that you fish with, because I have a lot of catfish in that same hole where the now perch is, big catfish. And large minnows, you're going to catch a lot of catfish too. So if you want to weed out the catfish, freshwater crabs and crustaceans really for these now perch and crawfish, and you'll catch 9, 10, 12, whatever it takes to fill your net. I mean, you'll catch nothing but now perch on that crawfish. It's a good bait for that. All right, lures, weapons. We went over to weapons, lures, poppers, shads, flat spoons, shad 6-inch rib shad, guys. Pink one is real good. I'm geared up. If you notice, if you looked at my now chaser there, I'm geared up with the Club Series rib shad. We'll see how that works down here. I haven't been down to the Congo since I got that club series. So we're going to see how that works. See if it compares to the pink rib shad. Okay. I think that'll done do her. We covered everything, and I managed to get her all done, and I'm only 5 minutes behind schedule. Thanks a lot for watching. See y'all at 8. Sounds good. Of course, boom, 8 o'clock it is. Fired up. I'm here. We'll see you then. Come join me on the water. We'll have the audio open on the Discord server as usual. We'll see you then. Remember, never give up the fight. We all live downstream. See you later.